Hi, welcome to Ashley X Stitches. My name is Ashley and this is my YouTube channel where I talk about cross stitch. This is Flosstube number 2. I want to start this video out by saying thank you so much to everyone who watched my first Flosstube video, everybody who liked, commented, and subscribed. I am just blown away with how much positive feedback I got on my first video. It was so scary to upload my first video, but you guys were so welcoming. I still cannot believe it. So I really appreciate everybody who interacted with that video, everybody who reached out to me in one way or another. It means the world to me. That was my entire goal for making this channel, was to get to interact with other stitchers and make some stitchy friends and just be more involved in the community. And I just can't believe how much has come out of just posting one video. So I'm so happy to be back for my second video. I have a lot to show you today. I have been keeping track of everything all month and I'm just really excited to get into that today. So something exciting is I started a cross stitch Instagram account. So if you guys have an Instagram and feel like following me, I'd really appreciate it. My Instagram is at Ashley X Stitches, the same as my YouTube channel. And I am not very good at it yet. I'm still trying to figure it out and I'm kind of just posting here and there, but I figured it'd be a lot easier to interact with people on Instagram rather than YouTube, with DMing and all of that. So again, if you feel like following me, please go ahead and do that. My Instagram will also be linked in the description. Okay, so what I have to talk about today is I have 3 finishes. Technically, they're kind of sneaky, but there is 3 finished pieces to show. I will be sharing my progress that I've made on my WIPS in the last month, and I'll talk about the 2 new starts that I have, and I'll talk about plans for the next month. And also I went to a Stitchy Day in the past month, so I'm excited to give a little recap on that. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to have you and I am ready to talk about some stitching. So let's get right into finishes. So the first couple of finishes I had in the last month, if you watched my first video, you may remember me talking about this pattern. This is a long and short ear by Pinoy Stitch. We'll get into a little more about this in plans later on, but if you watched my last video, you might remember I started stitching the December little motif there because I want to make them into ornaments for Christmas. So again, I showed this last time, little dachshund with a Santa outfit on, and now I have stitched 2 more of them, and so I have 3. So again, kind of sneaky finish, but they are finishes nonetheless. So I have now 3 of these little guys. I did do a little bit of a conversion because the original pattern, as you may have seen, the dachshund is a different color. I kind of did a little color conversion to make it look more like my dog, who is a black and tan miniature dachshund. But yeah, I think these have turned out so cute. They're on I believe this is an 18 count opalescent white Zweigart Ada. Yeah, I'm really excited to get these fully finished and given out to the people who are going to be getting these for me for Christmas. My plans are to do a hoop finish with all 3 of these, and I'm hoping to back them in some Christmas fabric, and that hopefully should be coming up pretty soon. So yeah, the last finish that I have to show you today is what I've been calling variegated butterfly, but it's actually a freebie chart called Butterfly by Michaela Lerner. I showed this in my first video, and I actually realized after I posted that video that I was holding it like sideways, but now it is finished. Here she is. This was the first project I ever attempted to use a variegated floss. This is DMC 48, and I've kind of learned that I didn't love stitching with that as much as I thought I might, but I think it was a really good experience, and overall, like, she turned out really cute, and I'm excited to get her in a little frame. This was my birthday start this year, so I started this August 15th and finished this on, actually, I didn't write it down. I think it was last weekend, so probably the 3rd of December, I think. Yeah, so it would have been the 3rd of December, I think. So here she is. I think she's pretty cute. Like, she has like hearts in here. There's also music notes hidden in there. Overall, cute pattern. It was pretty easy. I just learned I don't love super variegated floss. At least not as much as I thought I would. All right, so on to WIPS. The first I have to show you today is a chart called Thoughtful. It is artwork by Jamie Larson, and it is charted by White Willow Stitching. I refer to it as Frank because it looks just like my dog Frank. I hopefully am able to insert a picture of where I was at with this project a month ago in my first video. Since then, I have put 2,002 stitches into it, and it is currently at 55.12%. So here it is. This is stitched on 18 count oatmeal Aida by Loops and Threads and using all the called for DMC. I believe the last time I showed it to you, it probably stopped about here-ish, so pretty much everything from here down should be new stitching. And very excitingly, I was able to put in the brown right here. Up until this point, I've been stitching basically just black and 50 shades of gray. So it was really exciting to be able to put those browns in up there. These are his little baked bean eyebrows, as I like to call them. And this will actually be the start of his eye. So that was really exciting to get to that this month. And you can see I kind of like skipped ahead of the diagonals where I was at because once I started the brown, I was just so excited and I wanted to keep going. And also there's really not that much of it, so it just made sense to kind of finish these up before I moved on and down the diagonals. But I am super happy with how this is looking. I'm super excited with my progress, and I cannot wait to get this finished and hung up on our wall. I actually am I feel like I'm gonna miss it when I'm done with it. I'm gonna miss stitching on it. I'm really loving working on it. And I think that I really love working on full coverage. I don't know that I ever see myself being a like full-time, full coverage stitcher, but I really do like it. I find it kind of relaxing in a way. So it's cool that I've learned that. So I just think this is looking so good, and I just love it. So that's that one. My final whip to show you today is The Wonders of the James Webb Space Telescope by Climbing Goat Designs. Again, hopefully I am showing you the progress of where it was at the last time I showed you. In this past month, I put in 1,190 stitches, and it is now up to 42.74%. So here is where I'm at right now. I started this August 31st of this year, I believe, and I started it with Adelaide from Adelaide Stitches for her Space September. And I stitched on this every day in September and got the whole inner hexagon done. And now it's just gone into rotation with my other whips and doesn't get daily attention, but I still love working on it. This is stitched on 16 count Starry Night Aida from Witch's Garden Crafts on Etsy. It's this beautiful dark blue and black mottled fabric, and it's just a dream to stitch on. And I'm using all of the called for DMC. I believe there is 85 colors in this pattern, so it's definitely a lot, but they are just used so excellently. I mean, these are just looking so beautiful. I believe the last time I showed you, I was still working on this hexagon, and so that one is now done. And in the last month, I also started and finished this hexagon. I believe this is Neptune. I forget the name of this galaxy right here, but they both look so good. All of these look so good. I am really happy with where I'm at, like in the chart as a whole. I will be finishing all of the full stitches and then going back and doing all of the back stitch at the end. It is pretty dense stitching. Like each of these hexagons, I believe, is 998 stitches. So it is kind of a lot, but oh wow, they are just looking so beautiful. So really excited with this one and excited to move my frame and figure out where I'm gonna be going next. So this is that. So now on to my new starts from this past month. The first is Happy Fall Y'all by Witch's Garden Crafts on Etsy. This was actually a free pattern that I got along with my purchase of the Starry Night fabric that I just showed you for my Wonders of the James Webb Space Telescope project. So I started this on November 17th of this month. I was just feeling like I needed some dedicated fall stitching. It was almost Thanksgiving and I really was just feeling, you know, the oranges, the reds, the browns. So I thought this would be the perfect pattern to get started on. This is also my first time ever using Lugana. This is, well, I guess any even weave. This is 32 count Lugana by Zweigart, I believe. And I am just loving it. I've been stitching this in hand and it has been, you know, a little bit of an adjustment to learn the counting and how that's different from Ada, but I am loving it so far and I think this is turning out so well. I have 998 stitches in this, which is 59.44%. So this one has been pretty fun to stitch on. I kind of just, when I picked this up, I put about 100 stitches in it and then I move on to my next WIP, but I am kind of getting to the point now where it's like, okay, I'm not really feeling fall anymore, but I feel like I'm just gonna keep pushing away at this and doing, you know, a strand or 100 stitches a night and try to just push this through to a finish. It is pretty far along already, so I might as well just keep it going, but we'll see. And then my second new start for this month, I actually just started this a couple of days ago on December 9th. I'm super excited about it. It is my first Mill Hill kit. This is Ceramic Tree from, I believe, their 2022 holiday collection. This is my first time ever stitching on perforated paper. And here it is. I'm just using another piece of white Lugana to hold behind it. But this is where I'm at right now. I have, let's see, 170 stitches in here, which is at 18.95%. I haven't started any of the beading yet. I'm gonna do all of the full cross stitching first and then I will do the beading after that. It will be my first time beading and I'm really excited for it. And so far I am loving the perforated paper. Like, I wasn't sure how I'd feel about that. I was kind of hesitant about it, but I am loving it. So I'm really enjoying working on this. I'm excited to get into beading. If you have any tips on beading, please let me know. I am looking for all the tips, but I'm really excited and I think this is turning out so nice. It's just green right now, but you know, I'm using all of the kit materials and you can kind of see that it's turning into a tree, but like I said, I just started this. I've only got a couple nights on it, so I am loving this, getting into the Christmas mood with my stitching. So now I want to talk about my plans that I have for the next month. I have some new starts planned for the start of the year, which I'm really excited about. So the first one is going to be A Long and Short Year by Panoy Stitch. It is, you know, a wiener dog in a cute little outfit for every month of the year. And I right now am intending to start it in January and I'm going to stitch it, you know, one wiener dog a month. So it'll take me the whole year, but I'm okay with that. I am going to be using most of the called for DMC for this pattern, but I, just like the ornaments, am going to be doing a color conversion to make it look more like my dog. So he is a black and tan, so I am going to be changing that out. And some of the other colors I am changing as well to kind of work with that change. So where there's like black in the pattern, I'm changing it to something else to so that if it's like right next to his fur, that you can clearly tell it is something different. So I'm really excited for that. And like I said, planning to start that in January. And so hopefully in the next video, I'll have, well, hopefully I'll have a whole wiener dog done, but we'll see. Maybe it'll at least just be started. So really excited for that one. So the next plan I have that I want to get started in January is a daily temperature stitch. So right now I'm thinking of doing A Year in Stitches by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. It is one of their free patterns that you get when you sign up for their newsletter. So I have this pattern already. I think it's really cute. I love the sun and the clouds. I think those are really cute, and the stars seem like a low stitch count for every day, so hopefully it would be pretty manageable for me to keep up with. I'm not 100% sold on it yet. I feel like there probably are ones out there that I might enjoy even more. So if you have daily temperature stitch patterns that you are really liking, please comment them down below. I would love to check them out. I haven't committed to buying actually, I don't think I have fabric for it yet either, or the flosses. So I am still very much able to change up my plans. So I just know I would really love to do a daily temperature stitch. I would love to see at the end of the year kind of what 2026 looks like in Cincinnati, Ohio. So that's a plan. I definitely want to do one of those, but please give me suggestions down below. I may change my mind about which pattern I actually do. Okay, so this next plan I am super excited about. So I am getting married October 17th, 2026. So I have been looking for a pattern to stitch as our wedding sampler. This is The Wedding by Lavender and Lace. I think this is just a gorgeous pattern, and I am excited to get started on it. After I posted my first Flosstube, Rachel from Lemonade Stitching reached out to me and she invited me to a Stitchy Day, which I'll talk about in a little bit. While we were there, I mentioned that I saw that she was stitching The Bride by Lavender and Lace, and well, she had started stitching it and then decided she wanted to restart it on a different fabric, and I brought up that I was interested in stitching The Wedding. And she had the idea that we should start both of these patterns in January together. So Rachel, I hope you were serious, because I am, and I'm gonna get this started in January, and I'm really looking forward to it. So like I mentioned, after I posted my first Flosstube video, Rachel from Lemonade Stitching had reached out to me, and because I said I lived in Cincinnati, she invited me to a Stitchy Day that is hosted by the Hathaway Stitchers in Northern Kentucky. They do this every month, and I was able to attend. And first of all, I just thank you so much, Rachel, for reaching out to me. Like I had mentioned in my first video, my whole goal by making this YouTube channel was to meet other stitchers and to be more involved in the community. So it was just so awesome to me that within just a couple of days after posting that my, wish came true, and I was able to go to the Stitchy Day. And I met awesome people, including Rachel, and I met Erin from the Hathaway Stitchers. I wasn't able to meet Amity. She unfortunately wasn't able to make it, but hopefully I'll meet her at one of the Stitchy Days in the near future. And there was just a lot of laughs, a lot of stitchy conversation, and there was food. Somebody brought in some delicious pumpkin muffins, and there was also some freebies that got brought in, and I got to look through. This was my first time ever cross-stitching with other people. This whole year that I've been cross-stitching, I've just been doing it alone on my couch. Well, my fiance will be here, but he's not stitching with me. So this was the first time I'd ever got to cross-stitch with other people in the room. And so I had an absolute great time, and I am just so thankful. Rachel, thank you so much for inviting me. I can't wait to go back, and I'm just so thankful. Thank you so much for joining me today. I had so much fun sharing all that I've worked on in the last month and all of my plans for January. I hope you're all enjoying all of the wonderful Flossmas that's going on. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and leaving a comment down below. And if you liked it enough that you would subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate that. If you want to find me on Instagram, please give me a follow. I would love to get to say hi to you over there and see what you guys are posting and working on. Please let me know what you were stitching while you were watching this video. I'd love to check out new patterns. And I think that's all I have for today. So see you guys in the next video.